Hi, how you doing? What's the gossip? Let me know. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. How is everyone doing? I am up, it is beautiful outside today, which makes me so happy, and because I've got such a busy day, so I'm up ready to tackle it. I'm literally just packing my bag to go to the office, as I've got tons of work to be doing today. And I also had a sample delivered of my office wallpaper, so I'm going to show you that. I am so thirsty today. I've literally yeah, I've got my sample. I have had a little bit of an issue with the curtains, and I'll tell you in a little second, but let me show you. So we know in the office I'm going for a Ralph Lauren. I said Ralph Lauren and someone was like, no, it's Lauren, like the woman's name. I'm like, sorry. I don't know why I say Lauren. I feel like I've definitely heard people saying that before, but I'm going for that dark, moody, green vibe. Obviously the bookcase is almost finished. Still more work to do on that, but I'm going to get to that this weekend. So I'm going to be finished painting all of that, getting that looking great. And so that's dark green. The ceiling's dark green. I'm ordering my skirting boards. They're all going to be dark green. And are you ready for this? Are you ready for this wallpaper? So we're going tartan. We're keeping it with the Scottish rip. Obviously that is still very Ralph Lauren vibes anyway. Dark, moody office, that's the vibe. I've said vibes 19 million times. You get the point. Is that not going to be the most perfect wallpaper for what I'm going for? They sent me out 2 samples, so you get a bit, like, it is going to look so good. I feel like this is exactly what the office needed, because I'm not just a paint kind of guy. I'm not a paint on a wall, just that on its own kind of guy. Like, you see, I do paneling. I love paint on walls, don't get me wrong, but I like to mix it up a little bit, and I just think this is going to add so much character. It feels very old money. Like, imagine this with like antique books, and oh, like, as soon as I opened this, I went, perfect. Now, the sad part is it's not going to be in stock until the end of May. But that just gives me loads of time to get ready, get someone to do it, because I'm not going to chance doing this myself. I've done wallpaper before. I don't want to do a full room, especially when it's matching wallpaper. It's going to get fiddly. I just want it to look perfect, so I need someone to do it for me. And then I'm creating this piece of art that's going to be like dark brown, like almost moody vibes, that'll just sit over the top of this perfectly above the side board. And then obviously those side boards are like dark walnut with the marble on top. And I think that against this is going to look absolutely perfection. So I'll keep you posted. As soon as it comes in stock, we'll get it ordered, we'll get it delivered, we'll get it hung. And honestly, to say I'm excited for that office would be an understatement, because I can't wait for it. I cannot wait for it to be done. It is just going to look so good. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you're thinking. I know this isn't my, obviously I'm normally more neutrals, browns, all that good stuff. This room, I need to be dramatic. I need some drama in my life, and not the drama where people are kicking off. The drama in the room, the vibes. So let me know. It would have been easy for me to do a neutral office, but I think because most of my house is neutral, I just want a space that feels out there, feels dramatic. And I do feel like an office and a downstairs toilet are the places where you can do that. And the downstairs toilet will not be ready to even be remotely decorated, done, because that's going to be where the kitchen is, which is going to be a utility room, and then through that will be the powder room, as some people would call it, and that's going to be drama as well. But that's going to be 2 years off, maybe, by the time I even get a chance to do that. So this is where we're going to sit with the drama. But yeah, it's not textured or anything. I am cool with that. All the walls have just been plastered, but you can see what the tartan and it looks like. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for that. So we'll see now the issues with the curtains. So you've seen these ones that I've got down here, like curtains to go are where I get all my custom curtains from, because they do them perfectly to the size. If you've got tall ceilings, short ceilings, anything, they can make them perfectly to the size that you want. You literally go on, you get your fabric samples sent to you. You just pick whatever you think you might like. I've got a drawer full of them now. I keep them all because I'm thinking when I'm moving on to another space, some of those samples may be perfect for there. So this drawer over here is just got loads of them in. And so I've done my bay, I've done this, and then I spoke to you in my last video, the video before, to say I want to add custom curtains up there as well, because I've got IKEA in my bedroom and I've got IKEA in my guest bedroom. And I was like, well, if I'm going to do my office custom, I think I want to just do all those 3 rooms, because then it's just done. And I think these are going to last me a long time, regardless of my deck or regardless of the style. These will go perfectly. So I was like, let me just bite the bullet. So I ordered the same curtain, the same colours and fabric from here, and I did it in my bedroom and the guest room. And I ordered a darker one for the office. They come back to me and they were amazing, but they just said the length of the fabric that I need for my office space, it would end up with a bit of a seam through it, because the fabric comes, I think they said like 250 centimeters. So by the time they cut it, and then I needed 290 for that room, and that fabric, the rolls don't come in rolls long enough. I should have checked that. That was a me thing, but they come back to me and they were great, and they just said, we're not going to be able to do it unless it's got a seam, and that's probably unsightly. And I was like, right, cool, I don't want that. So I made the decision to go with the same fabric, and I just need to figure out how I style the space to bring the fabric in, because naturally, because it's a moodier space, the moodier curtains, I feel that would have brought it together. But I actually think this could be a blessing in disguise. So here is the fabric sample. Oh, wait a minute, actually, is this yeah, this is it. So this is called Chalfont Taupe. That's the fabric that I've got here in my bay, and I'm going for it in the bedroom. So it's just this beautiful, like, neutral fabric. I've got a liner in it as well. These ones down here, I've got like a thermal lining. I decided not to do that because it does make them really thick. And while that's great, I'm never going to be closing them. So I just thought to myself, actually, let's just do the blackout lining so that it looks like it's not got the light shining through. But equally, it's not as thick as these ones, because I didn't necessarily need that upstairs, which would be good for like winter and stuff. But I spend so much time to try and get the curtains to sit perfect. The thought of closing them, then opening them, and then spending loads of time to try and figure out to get it to sit great, I wasn't vibing with that. The only thing I was thinking, because look, it's much lighter than this. Now, the only thing that I'm thinking is when it was against the wall, it almost gives a darker tone, because right now, I'm just holding it up. I don't know if you're going to be able to get a vibe from there. But like, that's what it's going to be like. And while I think it is a bit light, I do think if I bring other parts and style the room with, like, because obviously I don't want everything to just be dark, dark, dark. That becomes a little bit miserable. So I actually think this is going to be a blessing in disguise, because then when I start styling the room, bring in some lighter colours, have like brasses, all that good stuff, I think it is going to look phenomenal. You're seeing it with light shining on it now. Bear in mind, there won't be light shining on it, because it's not going to be facing the window. It's going to be sat beside the window, so the light's going to be shooting in. So you can see these that look a bit darker than what that fabric is. So that's the tones that it'll be. So this, then the fabric, curtains, and at first I was a little bit scared because I was like, oh, but I think it's going to be perfect. I think it's going to be amazing. I need to trust the process for this one, and also they're ordered. So there's no going back now. Orders placed, I think they said it can take up to 18 working days. For, obviously they're making them all. I've got the double pinch pleat at the top. You know the vibes that we go for over here when it comes to curtains, we do them good. And it's going to look amazing. And I just need to get this sorted. To say I'm excited is an understatement, because I mentioned in my last video, this office, I have been manifesting this since the day I put the offer in on this house. I remember going, I'm going to have an amazing office. And at first I was going to do it in this smaller room, but I was still planning on it being amazing. And the fact that I'm in the bigger space now, I'm like, it is going to look fabulous. And then with everything that I've got going on with Styled As, the business, it is just, mwah, chef's kiss. I am literally, did I just have something on me? I am just packing my bag. I'm heading to I had loads of questions on this actually. This little case was just from Etsy, and I just put it on my MacBook to go more in keeping with my house, because MacBooks come in this dark, like grey colour, and obviously I'm more that. So it was really inexpensive, so I think that would be a perfect gift for someone. So I'll leave this one linked below. The seller was incredible. So, and it come with a bottom part, but it was more like clear. I decided not to put that part on and just go with the top. But it's good to protect your, especially when you take it around like me. So I'm heading to the office for a bit now. Guys, I have 1,200 boxes been arriving today. 1,200 boxes. I'm gonna have to move them all. And when I say boxes, I don't mean boxes full of stuff. I mean packing boxes for me to ship out your amazing goods. So we went all out and we just ordered a lot of them, because then we thought, at least they're there, we don't have to think about it for a while. That could take a very long time to pack those, because I don't know how much you are going to love this stuff and want the stuff. And now obviously if you buy it all, we'll get them out. Those 1,200 boxes might go out really quickly, but equally it might take a while. So they're being delivered today, and there's just a couple of bits, and we've had a bit of an issue in the office. There was a bit of a leak coming through the ceiling. So I'm going to head up there now, check in on the progress of that. They fixed the roof, but now they're going to need to come in and fix all the ceiling and stuff. So we'll get that all boxed off. And then, yeah, I'm just going to probably do some editing and stuff as I'm there, because then that way I'm killing two birds with one stone, as the saying goes. And it's right by an Aldi as well, so I'm probably going to nip in there and grab some groceries for the weekend, because then I don't have to think about that. And we are just going to have a fabulous little time. I have spoken a lot in this intro. Please forgive me, but it was because I wanted to show you the bits and bobs, and I couldn't wait until later. Most people are like, I'll tell you, I'll show you this paper like later on, and then I'll keep you in the video. I'm just like, I can't wait, I need to show my besties. So that's why the intro is longer than normal, but chat around here, it's what we do. Right, I'm gonna head to the office. So it's the next day now, and to say yesterday was a bad day would be an understatement. I will tell you all about it when I get home. But I am currently up. It's actually my birthday when I'm filming this. Well, it's Saturday, this video goes live on Sunday, tomorrow. So it's my birthday today, and I'm just gonna have a chill day. Like, I woke up this morning, I ended up spending more time in bed. I just lay there, I didn't feel guilty about it. And yeah, I was just having a cute little morning. I just want to nip to get a couple of little things, just so I don't really need to come out later. And then for tea this evening, I may just have takeout. I'm just gonna treat myself. But yeah, other than that, I've got loads to get done, but I'm not gonna do an awful lot today. I need a day of just nothing. And if you can't do that on your birthday, when can you do it? So yes, I will be doing that today, and I'm not going to feel guilty about it. And so, like I say, I got up, I'm just nipping to B&M. I just want to grab a couple of little things this morning, just so that I don't need to go out. I need some drinks and, you know, like sparkling water and all that good stuff. Some just treats, and then yeah, head home and just be at home all day. So I'll probably have loads of time, probably sit and speak to you all day long. But I'm not sorry, I'm absolutely not sorry. After yesterday, I literally just need some time to just recharge my batteries and not move. So and I just thought, I'll get up, come here straight away so that I don't have to do it in a little bit. Guys, I am back home and I have just been having a little bit of a clean around, and I'm going to scrub in here because, do you know when you're just busy and you feel like you don't get on top of anything? I feel like that's the space that I'm in, so I've decided that I'm going to spend my birthday cleaning because I just need to sort this out. If you know, you know. Coconut noodles for life are just my favourite thing ever. So I'm going to give in here a scrub. I'm so sorry if you can hear the dishwasher and stuff. I've just filled the sink up with Dettol as well because I'm like, I actually just want it to feel like super clean and tidy. So that's what I'm doing today. I don't use Listerine. I don't use mouthwash in general. I never have. I've always been brush twice a day, floss, all that good stuff. But I've never ever used mouthwash. However, I'm starting to have issues. I was saying to some people, some of my friends, actually I feel like my gums are really sore. Like, do you know when you get like something stuck in your tooth and it like almost goes, not bruised, but it's that sort of swollen feeling? But like this part of my gum down here, up here and up here, the only thing that I can think is I've changed my toothpaste recently. I don't know if that's impacting it. I don't know if I've just got an infection. I don't know if I've got gum disease. I don't know what the hell is going on, but I'm really good with my oral hygiene and something's just off, and it's been here for probably about 5 days now. So I really need to sort it out. So this burns. I've just done it. And honestly, my mouth burns. So I'm going to try this for a couple of days, see how I got on. I've gone back to my old, I always use Oral-B, but the new one that I used was one for, can't even remember to be honest. But it's just something's having a reaction to my mouth. So I need to figure that out. So I've got that and we'll see how we got on. Aww, and I bought myself a little lemon cake. It's my birthday. You can't have cake on your birthday. When can you have cake? I'm so sorry about the lighting in here as well. But yeah, I've just been out. I've grabbed a couple of things. So today, oh my god, has anybody ever tried this? I'm going to put the big light on. Has anybody ever tried this? Oh my god. I got it again because it's my birthday and I thought I'm going to treat myself. It is so good. And yeah, so I've just got a couple of little things to get me by for the weekend. And I thought I would come on, start cleaning, get this place in order, and also tell you about my day yesterday. Like, so I told you in the morning that I was heading to the office because I was getting all the boxes delivered for all the new stock, which I can't wait for you to see. So yesterday I got to the office, I set up, I took my laptop, I thought, oh, I'll start editing this vlog, I'll do some little bits, and I was due another delivery to be delivered. So the first delivery, there was an issue with it, so that can't make it until next week, which is fine. And then the boxes, so I was like, right, I need to prep myself. I'd say to you, it's going to be a big job and I'm going to have to sort myself out and just be prepared for it. So the guy arrives and he said, have you got a forklift? And I said, I'm sorry, what? Have I got a forklift? I was like, no, I don't. And they had asked us did we have a forklift just after we'd ordered, and we said no, we don't. So anyway, he said, I'm going to have an issue putting it at the front entrance. I was like, well, we've got a back entrance, let me take you round. And so I took him round to the back and he said, yeah, I could put it here. He said, but the other issue is the company that we had bought the boxes from, which is not him, he's just the delivery guy. He said that they've not secured it to the pallets properly. So I thought, okay. He said, do you want to have a look in the back of the van? I was like, this sounds sketchy. But yes, okay. So he opens the van and we ordered 6 pallets of boxes. So it was 1,200 boxes we had ordered, and they were all tilting. And I thought to myself, I need to get these because we launch in a week or just over a week. So if I don't have boxes, we can't send products out. So I say to him, look, I'll help you. I'll jump on the van. We'll get them all off. Don't worry. So luckily we managed to secure a lot of them and we got them off the lorry, off the wagon. And at this time, Andrea, who's my business partner, she had ordered, but she was on an important call for work for us, so I couldn't even phone her to say, hey, is this right? So I just trusted, and we got them off. 6 pallets. I'll put a picture on the screen of what it looked like. And when I tell you, I didn't know where to start. So anyways, as the guy goes, I start unwrapping, like, so there was some that were already unwrapped because we had to do that because of where it was laid, and they had like string round, which seemed fine, so I was just taking them off and I wasn't even thinking, I was just in automatic mode. So as I get them all off, as I start taking the plastic off them, I had seen that these boxes, some of the boxes are red, some of the boxes are white, some of the boxes are brown, and they're definitely not brand new boxes. So I was like, what on earth is going on here? So anyway, I just thought to myself, I don't know I don't know if this was right or not, but I just thought I need to get them up into the office. Luckily it was a nice day. So as I'm taking them up, eventually Angie's finished on the work call and I messaged her to say, did we order used boxes? And she was like, no. I was like, something's wrong because we've got 6 pallets and I'm talking 1,200 boxes all here. Now they're just lying, they're blocked. Bear in mind we're new at this, so we're trying to figure things out as we're going along. And so anyways, I just carry on taking the ones up that I could get. So I probably had unloaded about 3/4 of a pallet, and then Andrea comes and then we're like, these are wrong. And the problem that we've got is I do think there's definitely, we've ordered the wrong ones. That's our fault. Obviously we've not done it right. It was new, so we didn't realise going to a wholesaler that you could buy used boxes. I just didn't even realise that was a thing, because these boxes had stickers on, they had all this stuff from other companies on. I was like, we can't use them. And we managed to, there was probably about 100 boxes of ones that we can use out of 1,200 boxes. And bear in mind, we've got these boxes blocking a car park and we can't move them. We can't take them anywhere because we need to get them returned. So we've been on the phone so we had took up 2 pallets worth into our office. And the sad thing is we go, right, well, we're going to have to keep these 2 pallets and pay for them because we've opened them. The other 4 are still secure, but then we thought, right, well, we don't want to open them, which means we can't move them because they're bigger than me. They're like this tall, just stacks. They're so heavy, we can't put them anywhere. So we've literally had to leave them there, and we're in contact with the company to see if they'll take them back, and I've got a feeling they're going to make us pay to take them back, which is fair enough because it was our error, but I've got a feeling they're probably going to turn around and say no. I don't know. So we have spent £1,000 on boxes that we can't use because both of us were like, we cannot send them out to customers, like we cannot use these boxes. And obviously we had the amount of walking and steps, we were up and down steps, we were getting everything to where it needed to be, and it was absolute mayhem. So yesterday I ended up just in a space of like, we just need to get it done, what we can get done. Sorry, I'm just taking the little things off my cooker. Yeah, we got done what we could get done, but I feel like because obviously we can't have the car park blocked. Like, people can still get in and out, and it's tiny. It's not like it's a car park that a lot of people are going to be in. It's not for the public, etc. It's just for the people in the office, but still it's not great for us to be doing that. But we're in a position now where we can't do nothing until this company comes and collects the boxes. So, and I don't even know if they're going to be working over the weekend. So I was just stressed out last night thinking, oh my god, what are we going to do? But then I'm not bothered about, I mean I am bothered, but I'm not, you know, mistakes happen. We're going to do this probably a lot of times throughout launching a business. We're learning. I think the bit that I'm more bothered about is the fact that we're obstructing and we've got boxes just lying out in the, well, not in the street, but in our office area that is just going to block people. And if we lose out on the, obviously the money, if we don't get any money back, we don't get any money back. We need to take the hit on it because it's us. So, but what we won't do is send them out in them boxes. So we've definitely learned a massive lesson. But the amount of walking, the amount of steps, the amount of, I mean, boxes can be heavy as well when you're trying to carry a lot of them. But at least we've got 100, I think we've managed to say that we could use, because there was nothing on them and they were just brown boxes. But beyond that, everything else isn't usable. So that was my drama of yesterday, and when I tell you I was tired, I got back here, I think we must have got back home about 5-ish. I come home, I had a quick bite to eat, and I went to bed. I fell asleep at like 6:30, I woke up at 9, and then I was up until about midnight, and then I just stayed in bed, though I didn't even get up, I was that tired. And then I was up this morning, so I feel so much better today. I thought I was going to be really sore today, but I'm actually not. And Andrea, it was Andrea's birthday 2 weeks ago, so she's in a spa today, enjoying herself, being all relaxed, and she needs it after yesterday. So, it was a little dramatic, but do you know what? I think both of us were just laughing, because we were just like, we're going to do this a lot. There's no point in us getting wound up. There's no point in us, you know, anything. We just need to go, right, cool, well, it's a lesson. We were saying, this will be a story. Remember the day when we got 6 pallets of boxes delivered of stuff that we couldn't even use? And then do you know what else, do you know what added to it as well? So we had obviously the pallet that we had opened, and then we had to obviously, we couldn't use them boxes. A lot of them were red. Honestly, they had a lot of stickers on them and they were just not usable for us, because obviously we want it to be a great experience for people. When you're ordering, we want, you know, it doesn't have to be like a super posh box, but we can't have that. So what made it even sadder is that because we had opened them and took them off the pallet, that whole section, we had to drive them to the tip. And while we could have sorted out, like, does anybody want them, we had nowhere to store them. We literally needed to get them because they were all just like floating around. We needed them gone there and then. Like, there was no way for us to hang on, so we literally, it felt like we were just throwing money into a tip. And we got there and he was like, oh, he's just moved house. One of the guys was speaking to us when we were like, no. I was like, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. But like I say, we can look at these and we can get frustrated and upset, or we can just go, do you know what, it's a lesson. And I think that's what both of us done, and that's what I really liked from yesterday, is that actually, although yes it was stressful, beating ourselves up and going into frustration mode, we just went into, it's happened, there's no point in us dwelling on it, we're not going to use the boxes. We decided that really pretty much straight away. So now we just need to move on. I'm just washing the little things off the cooker. So yeah, we moved on, and yeah, today I've woke up and that's why I'm like, I'm not leaving the house today. I just want a relaxing day. And then we've got like lots of deliveries coming on Monday, so I'll be spending all day on Monday in the office. And that video I could film, so that be going up on Wednesday. So what I'll do is I'll show you around, if you let me know if you would like to see around the office and the stock and stuff that we've got in, because then you can get ready, because the video that will go up after that one will be the launch day. Can you believe when this video is up tomorrow, we'll be launching exactly 1 week from that time, because we're launching at 9 o'clock on the 4th. I still can't get over it. I'm like, How is that happening? But it is. And I hope you like it. I really hope you like it. Oh my god, I'm so scared. But we still need to figure out getting some small boxes. But look, if worst comes to worst, we can even just order them from Amazon. Obviously, it's not cost effective to do it that way. But we are just going to have to take the hit for that until we figure out the right wholesalers. And I was like, I mean, obviously there's a reason why people would buy used boxes. I don't know why, especially in pallets, because it's not like you could, because it's a wholesaler, you couldn't just buy like 30 boxes. You had to buy it in a pallet load. So there'll be a reason, I'm guessing. I just don't know what that reason is, because I'm like, we just assumed they would be brand new, and then when I started looking, I was like, these ain't brand new. And it was a shambles. It was just a total shambles. But do you know what? Like I said, it's a lesson that we've took away, and we took it as a we've learned now. And I'm sure there will never be a time that will come that we will not be looking at, is it a used box? And obviously once we find the wholesalers that we're going to use, then normally you would stick with them and stuff anyway, but it's just because we're trying to find this out. So if anybody does know, or has got a little business in the UK, or knows a wholesaler in the UK that sells boxes, please let me know, because we really need your help. But that was the trauma from yesterday, and I know it wasn't that bad, and I know there's a lot worse things going on in the world, but I was like, I need to tell my besties, because this is a lot. I feel like I get loads done, do you know, when I'm in story mode. I've literally done all the cooking, all them little things, I've done all the sides. Everything's looking clean and fresh. And that's exactly how I need it. I've got the dishwasher on. I know I said sorry if you can hear it, because I need to just have a good scrub of this house, because next week, ahead of launch, we're going to be busy. Very, very busy, so I'm not going to have much time at home. Well, I will have time at home, but it'll mostly be filled with making sure that we're good to go. We've got everything, I think, ready other than the boxes. We've got a couple of bits of stock to arrive, but even if they didn't arrive, we're good. We've got something to launch and see what yous like, and can't wait to hear everything. But yeah, that was that. And also, we had a couple of messages about Discord to say that the link had expired. I didn't realise the link expires, so I've updated the link in the last video. So if you want to join the little Discord, you'll probably have to join it within 24 hours of this going live with the link. I'll leave it at the top of the description, and then you can obviously join into the little community, and we'll start doing loads in there and talking in there once we launch. But I also have, that I've not set up yet, my little lamp for in here. So I'm going to go and see if I've got a bowl for that. And then I'm going to wipe the rest of this surface down and get stuff away. And yeah, I'm in proper cleaning mode. Let's get it done. Oh my god, I have been a man on a mission. I'm so sorry if you can hear noises. I've got my tumble dryer on, I've got my washing machine on, I've got my air purifiers on. I've literally got everything going, because I'm like, this house will be clean today. So I've just gave everywhere a good hoover. It would be a crime against you guys if I did take you in my bedroom before, because I had lots of wood in front of my wardrobes, because when I've been doing my office, I had loads of old paneling and stuff stored in there, so I've then put it in front of my wardrobe so I could obviously get into my office. Then piles of my clothes have been, because I couldn't then get in. So today I was like, nope. So I've been up, I've moved it all, I've got all the clothes away, I've done all hoovering, I've wiped everywhere down. It feels so much better up there already. Still not perfect, so I'm going to go up again tomorrow and then do all the other bits and bobs to get it all just perfectly clean. I may even go up this evening because I feel like I'm going to have a cozy night. Really been in the cozy home vibes today. Like just spending time here. I cleaned all my kitchen before, that feels spotless now. Bedroom feels spotless. I'm going to do all the hallway in a little bit, and here's done. Oh, do you know when you just feel like you've not been spending a lot of time at home and things are just building up all these little jobs? So I feel like I've ticked loads of them off my to-do list today, which feels amazing. I'm so pleased with that. Like I say, I've got my air purifier, so I'm so sorry if you can hear it going in the background. If you're ever looking for an air purifier, I'll leave the two. I use two different ones. I've got a smaller one in my bedroom and a larger one down here. I love them, I swear by them. So the only thing is that when it pulls the dust particles and all that sort of stuff out there, it feels like it blows out air, so it can get a little bit cold. Particularly, obviously it's going to be great in the summer. I'll have it on full blast all day because I like it to be cool anyway, but obviously throughout the winter what I found is I would only use it when I was cleaning, and then once I had done all my cleaning, I would leave it running for a couple of hours just to get rid of all the dust particles and everything in the air, and then I wouldn't use it again. And until I was then, maybe a day or two later, I would throw it on for an hour when I'm not sat around. But then in the summer it's impeccable because obviously you want a fan anyway, and it just blows loads of air. You can have it on loads of different settings, and I tend to put it on automatic, which will just, depending on the air quality at that moment in time, it'll either go higher or lower, and you'd be surprised at how bad your air quality becomes when you cook. It literally will fire up and it'll suck all the stuff out of there. And yeah, I love them. Like I say, I've got a bigger one down here, a smaller one upstairs, but I am going to get one for every single room at some point. I've got 9 million things to be doing. I was sat writing my list before from my office about like getting my radiator, getting my flooring, getting the skirting boards, getting the chandelier and stuff. I need to start getting all this stuff done just so that that room's boxed off and I don't even have to think about it then. So I think I might do some of that this evening, get it all ordered, and it is my birthday after all, so if I can't order interiors on my birthday, when can I? So yeah, I think I'll do that. But yeah, even tomorrow, I think I'm having a day at home a lot of tomorrow, so I think I'm going to clean all my blinds, just get everything just feeling amazing. And I've been really slacking, or I feel like I've not been as good in the comment section, just with obviously trying to set up the business and everything that's been going on. So tomorrow I'm going to spare a couple of hours when the video goes up and just be in the comments and replying to people's comments, because obviously that makes me so happy as well, sitting speaking to you guys. But I feel like when you're super busy, a lot of the nicer stuff that you enjoy doing ends up being thrown out the window. And I still need to put new cushions on my sofa. I do think I will get some from our collection that we've got coming in, so I've not decided what ones yet, but I'm still waiting on some to be delivered, and there's just some that are impeccable. So new cushions will be updated in the near future, and I'm really pleased with that. Next video that'll come out, like I say, I'll take you to the warehouse stroke office on Monday, and I'll show you some of the bits and bobs that we're going to be stocking, because like I say, that'll be the last video before launch. I can't believe it. I really it feels like, I felt like at one point we were going, oh, we've got like 8 weeks, and before you know it, we're literally on a week tomorrow. We open, and then we need to do everything. Help! But I know you guys are going to love the stuff that we've got, so I'm actually really excited. I am nervous. I feel like I would be lying if I was to come on and be like, I'm not, but I'm sure that comes with anybody setting anything up, because I've never done anything like this, and I know I've said that before, but yeah, I'm so excited. So this week coming is just going to be a lot of that stuff, so I will film a lot. I know that you guys like my stuff at home and all that good stuff, so I will still be doing that. I'll pick I might continue into the evening and just start my new vlog, because I need to get this one edited ahead of tomorrow morning. So I am going to finish this video up here. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, and I will catch you in my next video.